This is like RTZ carry 101. From the time that he started playing this game, like he always pushes lane out until the creeps start hitting the tower. Then he goes into the jungle. Then he waits until someone reacts. If no one reacts, he might go there and hit the tower a few times. Someone reacts, he'll run away right away. It's like you gotta teabag your opponent and make them like come out. You know what I mean? Like make them leave their part of the map where they're very happy farming. Alright guys, so we got a special guest today. It's Nomad, my casting partner. We've been casting a lot of games today. We're going to be doing more in the future as well, and we're going to be coaching him. So we're going to watch his replay. We're going to talk a little bit about, you know, things that he's done, things he can improve on, and hopefully my goal here, Nomad, is like to try and get you to realize your errors or ways that you can improve on your own, more than like me just telling you straight up.
Right, okay.
That's my goal, because I think that's the easiest and best way for you to learn, and hopefully also others can learn as well from that.
Okay. I just want to mention that the guy I'm laning with, Jake English, is a good friend of mine. We've got like 1,000 games together or something. So
okay, cool.
Like any feedback for him as well, or just like about our laning together, then you can for sure pass on to him.
When you start a game, you should look at like your enemy matchups and think about like what you can do and what you should do in these kind of games. Like who's your threat and things like that. So you already know like what roles everybody's playing. What are you normally thinking about at the start of games like this?
Seconds to battle.
How greedy I can be, basically. I'm always just like, you know, do I really need that much regen to bring to lane with me? Yeah, I mean, against the Underlord as well, usually I'm trying to think about whether we can kill him early, but I don't think that was the case this game, just due to our heroes and such.
Right. I understand what you mean. That's really good. Thinking about like your items and stuff like that. Normally, you can just end up with like one tango, and you can always bring regen because you got your own private courier, right? Like you don't have to think too much about those, so you can just get like more stats if you need to. One thing to know, like from the start of this game already, I noticed is that when you see these heroes like Underlord and Snapfire, you don't want to fight into these guys, right? Spectre is like super bad level 1.
Yeah.
So what you do when you fight into these like bounty rune areas, like you're actually hurting your own game because you're taking so much damage, and so is your support. And by doing so, you're gonna have less regen in the lane where you're more focused on getting creeps, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it's not good to fight at bounty runes, especially when you're playing like hard carries like Spectre, who needs all their resources. Like look at you and your Oracle. Because you guys wanted to like try and contest for that rune, you lost like in total about 700 HP. Both of you combined. So that already hurts, where they didn't really lose much.
So even if we get the bounty rune, it's not really worth it.
Exactly. It's not worth it.
You should just run.
Yeah. You should just run. The moment you see their heroes, just move away. It's better for you to like linger near the bounty runes and see like if people come or not.
Yeah. So
you see here what you're doing. You got these creeps here, right? Like, what do you think you can do with these creeps? Is there anything that like you've learned as a carry player? By the way, what is your MMR, just for the record?
4.2, 4.3.
4.2. Okay, that's pretty good. That's well above average. Is there anything you think you can do in these situations where like the creep waves like this?
I'll pull the melee creeps to the range creep, I suppose, and try and get that guy denied.
Exactly. So in these kind of lanes where you have like a dagger and you have like a support with your Fortress End, your goal is always going to be like try and get your range creep denied if you can, and try to hold your waves back. Unless you're trying to push the lane to go pull with your support and get XP.
Yeah.
So in those situations, you don't want to like have this like 50-50 matchup where you're fighting the Underlord for the creeps yourself. You always want to be the one pulling the creeps. So you're making the Underlord be the one that's going out of position. Because as you can see here, the Underlord keeps pulling the creeps from you, and you're the one who has to go into like very dangerous situations to get last hits.
Right.
So you want to be the one microing the creep waves and pulling it to your range and making them feel uncomfortable so your Oracle can keep hitting them. Yeah. And here, like, obviously the lane is pushed. You're definitely going to want to like always tell your support to go and pull. I think in this meta especially, like Dota's all about getting pulls as position 5. Like in the safe lane, it's all about like getting the lane pushed out and just getting pulls out. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I think that's why we were screaming get to, and we can kill him.
Yeah.
And then
So, like I said, like your mentality here is like, oh, you guys can like try and kill them and stuff, but don't think too much about that, especially when you play heroes like Spectre or like hard carries. Your focus is to always out-experience the enemy and get pulls out. So, like, you said that you play with this guy a lot, right? Mr. Jake English?
Yeah.
So if a lot of people are, like, warding your camps, you can always ask him to, like, buy a sentry with the first bounty gold. and like deward this camp and have that pull ready, because your goal, like I said, is always going to be to pull. Like look what happens now, because you guys didn't pull the small camp. This Underlord is going to farm under his tower with that extra armor and HP, and he's going to deny a lot of your creeps.
Yep.
And that's going to feel really bad, because now you can't walk up there and get those creeps either, right? Like,
yeah.
This is all like your gold and XP that you're missing. And if, let's say, Orca was pulling, you would actually be farming under the tower, like, free experience. Which is, like, amazing, because that's how you kill Underlord. You kill him later in the game. Let's see what you do next. So you're, like, thinking, what are you thinking here when you see these creeps up here?
At this point, what am I thinking?
Yeah.
I want that range creep. I want that tasty range creep. I'm gonna go tank some tower hits for it, apparently.
Yeah. So this is the problem, right? The problem here is that you're thinking about how to get your creeps, but you're not thinking about where the waves are gonna be like 30 seconds later.
Yeah.
So when the wave was here and you had like 6 creeps, right? When you have 6 creeps here, you should have already been thinking that the wave is gonna go in front of their tower. So at that point, when you have 6 creeps here and you're about to kill 3 more creeps, you need to already tell your support. What do you need to tell them?
Go pull.
Go pull.
Go pull.
Like this needs to be like ingrained in your mind. Like you need to always think where the wave is gonna be when the next wave arrives. Like as a carry, it's very important to actually maximize how many creeps you get and where you're farming. Because right now you have 6 lasses, but right now you want to have like 12 lasses.
Yeah.
But you have less lasses because of that, and they push the lane out, and now fortunately for you, even without pulling, you're here. But in reality, you already want to be like level 3, and you want your support to be level 3 as well, had he pulled. And this is the time where like you're super strong, right? If both of you are like already level 3. So it's okay. I mean, this is all like learning process, and you gotta like remember these things. And if you want, you can always like note it down too, because you're gonna be learning a lot of these small things.
I got that Google Docs open. It's
okay. Yeah. So
don't you worry about that.
The enemy is like pushing the lane, and I'm assuming your thought process right now is like, okay, I'm just gonna farm under the tower, no problem, right? Like there's nothing to worry about here. You guys are actually thinking about killing them. Oh, I like this.
Yeah, we're very aggressive. I mean, that's kind of far.
So perfect. You guys know that at level 3, you guys are super strong, right? Because that's what Oracle does. Yeah. At level 3, super strong. So next time you guys play this and you do that pull, you're gonna be hitting level 3 even faster because of that, and you guys are gonna be snowballing even faster. Also, this gauntlet, you're planning to buy soaring, right? It's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, perfect. I was just wondering if like you're actually thinking about bracer. Probably not. Soaring makes a lot of sense. Very nice. You're focused on denies here in the lane now that the wave is here. It's really good. So I think your mechanics in terms of like last hitting and knowing when to go on the enemy seems really good as of right now. The problem is just like in the early lane stage, watching where the waves are and making sure that you pull the creeps to get your range denied, and using spells to get their range creep. And then if the lane starts pushing, you gotta pull. You gotta predict where the lane's gonna be, and then you gotta get your support to go pull. And remember that when you're pulling, when the wave is coming back to you, that's an opportunity for the enemy to jump you, and you want to play very safe during that time. You just wait for the creep wave to come under your tower, and then farm it under your tower. Oh, nice goal. Easy kills. Very nice. So yeah, you guys are really good as long as you have the experience and stuff. It's just a matter of like min-maxing your lane and getting that experience even faster. Like you can see the last hits right now, like AM has 27 lances, you only have 16. And this is only this is a product of whatever happened earlier.
Yeah, also like the AM's not really a good indicator of this kind of skill level, because I think his account looked super dodgy when we checked it, but you'll see throughout this game he definitely like soloed this game more or less.
We'll figure it out.
But again, I want to know what we can do about that,
Exactly. What we want to know is how you can play better so you can carry the game, because he carried the game, right?
Exactly. I'm jealous. He's the Chad AM and I'm the Virgin Spectre.
Yeah. So now you got a soaring. It's pretty good. I would definitely always consider like pushing lanes out and asking your support to pull, because as of right now, you guys are just sharing experience in one lane. I have not seen your support pull once yet. So that's problematic because when you do this against better players, what's going to happen is they're going to pull this big camp and then you're going to feel terrible. And they actually do, it looks like. Yeah, they even denied a creep wave or something. I can't see, obviously, because the waves are dead, but that's okay. But next time, like I said, just like get your support to pull. He's got to pull more. He's thinking too much about killing them, but it's more like you pull and then you think about killing them. So you just maximize the experience. Because by now, if he was pulling,
he's watching the stream, by the way. So yeah, if
he's
you want
to, okay.
he's hearing it.
Okay. So you don't even need to double pull or chain it. You just need to single pull and just get that XP from that little camp and make sure that the wave comes back up into this hill. And when the wave comes to this hill, you're gonna get a lot of farm experience, and then they're gonna be scared because you're gonna have a lot more potential to run them down.
Yeah.
And right now, as a carry, like if this was, let's say, Arteezy or whatever, he would already be level 6 plus. And he would have just as much last hits as the anti-mage would, for sure.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Get a nice kill there. He's level 5, he feels good. You guys are just, you can even just go back here and turn it around. And yeah, like this laning stage.
The Oracle there, which I'm glad you didn't
oh, was that your style? Oh, that was nice.
That was both of ourselves, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, we both did it at the same time.
Right. That was pretty good. So AM here, yeah, he's pretty big. He's got power treads, he's got a wraith band. And actually the thing is, like, your supports are not that good at dealing with the AM, right? Like the offlane, the Clockwork and Shaker are not that good, unless Shaker heals up Enchant Totem and he's the offlaner, but actually your Clockwork is the offlaner, like this. So it's not looking too hot in the bottom lane, that's for sure. And yeah, like as of right now, it's just like the biggest improvement for sure is like you telling your support to pull. And apart from that, like your engagement onto the enemy and last hitting is rather good. You guys are very smart about how you take fights here. And Oracle get that kill. Like I can see his skill is there, right? Like everything he does like as a hero is there, but yeah, he just gotta pull, that's it. And now you get boots of speed and you get level 6 at 9 minutes. So you can see like how that feels really bad for you, right? Like getting level 6 at 9 minutes.
Yeah, kind of pulling XP and such, yeah.
Exactly. And here, like if you were level 6 like 2 minutes earlier, maybe you could have already looked at mid and you could get kills. So what are you thinking nowadays?
Yeah.
Like now that you're 6?
Oh, well, I just wanted to say like regarding right now with other lanes, should the Oracle still be like helping me with the Underlord, or can we just like let the Underlords push into me and he go and do all the stuff on the map?
So if you were higher leveled, he could leave you alone.
Right, but because
you're not higher level and you're the same level as his Underlord is, it feels bad for you.
Yeah.
And it would be ideal for Oracle to actually roam and like maybe get some vision out on the map, because you can see this map is like very dark. Right?
Yeah.
Like he can like give you one ward in the top lane and he can just leave you. You can just farm under the tower. As the Underlord pushes, you can even deny creeps because you're gonna have more farm than him and more experience than him. And then you utilize the Oracle's movements to like TP with the hunt.
Radiant's middle tower is
right?
under attack.
Like the Oracle is gonna open the map for you. Map up.
Yeah, I mean when I'm 6, it's always like just making sure I've got enough mana with the Soul Ring to be able to haunt and dagger in for any sick KSs.
Exactly. And like you also know, like if you look at Sniper mid, he's a weak hero, right? Like he's very fragile to like a Spectre going on him, these kind of games. So what are you thinking at this point now that it's like 10 minutes and you're just level 6? Any thoughts? Are you like
I want to try and I'm watching the map for kills with Haunt, but I'm also trying to push the lane out as much as possible to either like force people back to my lane, and I can always go jungle at this point with my Soul Ring. So.
Right. So you're just thinking about jungling. So yeah, I would recommend like at this point, because you're fighting against like an Underlord, maybe buy yourself like a Tango, so you can like use your Soul Ring more and push the lanes out more. I think that's good.
Makes sense.
As well, like just getting like this region, like it could be very helpful for you. Or if you want, if you know you're gonna go for a heart, you can even get that Ring of Taras, but it might be a little too expensive. I think one Tango would be already perfectly fine. Now you got power chats, you feel good about like your farm at least. You're just not feeling so hot about like how much stats you have because of, you know, low level stuff. But yeah, good. You're level 7, your Oracle 6. Yeah, and I would definitely recommend Oracle already leaving this top lane. Getting some other vision on the map or playing with other heroes, because you can see mid lane there's a lot of pressure happening. One thing for Oracle is like he can't stay here when both of the other supports are being very active on the map.
He needs to join them, right?
Yeah, exactly. He needs to be here, like helping his team out. Maybe he could save like the clockwork or such thing. It gets killed off, and does seems like the clock will die. So.
Sniper, you? There's one in every family.
And it just like I said, like you guys are like dual queuing, so he's like sticking with you all the time, but he's got to do other stuff on the map, and that will give more opportunities for you to haunt and apply pressure on them. Like you've always seen pro players.
Something we said after the game as well. We were like,
Right.
he was saying like he thinks he spent too much in lane and should have been going around with the team around this point.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like you see good players, like they're always trying to apply the pressure to them instead of like just chilling somewhere, right? So it would be very nice, especially since he's level 7. He does a lot of damage. Like Spectre's the type of hero where like after you get to the laning stage, Spectre just wants to be alone, right? Like that's what you want. And at this point, you haven't really farmed any jungle camps at all, have you?
No.
So that's problematic as well, and one of the reasons why you have really good items, but you're not like able to increase your farming speed. So you gotta like dagger, get that range creep out, finish the camps fast, and then already start going into the jungle camps. Like start farming more. And if you're starting to use too many resources, just bring yourself some tangle, some clarities, no problem.
Yeah, they'll
But
pay
here-
themselves off.
Exactly. So what are you thinking now? Your team is getting gone on. Are you watching these fights normally?
Oh yeah, I'm watching these fights
Okay.
at mid. Like, my thought process right now is no one is low. There's nothing I can do to help that out. That is a
Exactly.
lost fight, and that's good.
How about that guy?
And going like,
Yeah, you want to
you got
hunt
yourself a
there?
nice kill. Cool. And now I'm gonna come and help you out, Win.
Nice. That was a good play. Very good play. You help him out just a little bit because a Wind Ranger would have died actually. Had you and Orca not helped him there. And now you guys get 2 kills. You're happy about that. So here, like when you're playing with Spectre and you're daggering, you think about like trying to dagger 2 camps at the same time. And this way, like you can like dagger this and connect to this. It'll hit it, and at the same time, you get the movement speed to run into this camp.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Usually I'm pretty good at that. Hopefully we'll have a bit of that action, but you know, it's like that post fight amp still going, adrenaline through the veins.
Right,
Fuck
right.
it.
Here you dagger 2 camps, that's good, and then you'll probably just run down and finish that. Oh, you can just follow this, by the way, the what do you call it, the path?
The dagger path. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
so you don't have to
get
walk
you.
around here. Oh, left an item though, Pepega. And now here you like TP instantly back top and push out this tower, right? So I would say in these situations, instead of TPing top, do you think there's another place where you can possibly farm or do something else?
I mean, yeah, sure. Those creeps are pushing in down at bottom, but I mean, there's also creeps on like right near the tower at top. So I guess I just wanted access
I
to
mean,
my
is this
jungle
creep
as
wave?
well. I mean,
Is this creep wave like a threat in any way?
No,
Is under
definitely not.
attack.
No, right?
It's just free creep.
Right. So what I imagine is like
Radiant's middle tower
when you're
has
playing these kind
fallen.
of games, you generally at this point in the game you don't want to TP to a safe lane because this is where like enemies normally attack, and it's really nice if you TP bottom because like if let's say the AM sees you there, he might just get spooked and not come to the lane, right? And that way you can also push his bottom out. You can start threatening this bottom tower and farm like these camps here, which is like much more effective for you as well. Whereas like top lane, if you stay here, you're always in the threat of dying, and you also use your TP. So, and you don't have haunt. If people rotate to this lane now, you're pretty much dead.
True, true. Would you say it's enough vision down at bottom for me to be safely farmed? Well, I mean, I guess there's no vision at top, so it's safer than top already. But
Exactly. And the bottom is a lot easier for you to get away from, and the enemy doesn't want to play bottom either. They don't want to rotate bottom. They're like rotating into their own safe lane, and this tower bottom is like super hard to kill, right? But top tower is super easy for them to kill. So if they rotate top, even if they don't kill you, they're gonna be in a good position in the map. They're gonna take over your jungle, right?
yeah,
So-
it's just one of those feelings where I'm like, because the enemy haven't really been up here, that I just feel safe there, and I'm just gonna chill.
For sure. But to do the aggressive play and something that applies pressure to the enemy, it's a lot better for you to go bottom when you know that you're strong enough to be able to fight off any hero that comes on.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Right? And this will also take away a little part of the map from the AM as well.
Yeah.
That he wants to be able to like farm this and like push bottom lane out. Whatever. And if
Do
you
you
go
think you
bottom,
can kill me with Battle Fury solo? Or
no,
without
I mean,
Horn?
what if one of your teammates come later, like to rotate down here to like maybe take a tower or like ward up here, like this AM is gonna feel terrible, right? And AM with Battle Fury is not stronger than. He's not that strong to be. Like he wants to farm. You know that as an AM they just want to farm. But you being up here is like you making your team rotate to this lane, but this lane is like unkillable because of the Underlord. So you can see your teammates, like they're all lingering around here because they want to cover you and they want to apply pressure as well. But then this is probably like the worst place on the map for you guys to try and fight or take a tower at 15 minutes. Yeah. But if let's say you did TP bottom,
try to fight into as well.
Exactly. Let's say if you're a bottom, you will make your teammates come here and they will surround this area and you guys can take a free tower bottom. And that will open up the map for your team a little bit. Make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, good.
So
now you're just farming up, you're just kind of like playing in your safe lane, but I will definitely tell you being here would net you more farm, especially if you can take this tower, then suddenly you got your ancients open up as well for you to be able to farm. As a Dire, like you can see like pro players and pro games especially, like they always want to take this tower so they can open this up for their carry to be able to farm as a Dire guy.
This'll come in handy.
Radiant structures.
And you're just kind of daggering it, and like I said, again, like just make sure you dagger 2 camps. It's like super important perspective because every second, like every minute and even every second sooner that you get that relic and radiance is like a big deal, right? So you just focus up on that. It's very, very good for you. And at this point in the game, you got your haunt up. Your team is like not really doing much. I guess they're probably thinking, hey guys, let's just wait for Spectre to get radiance, right? You guys got a lot of kills though, but I would definitely say in the okay, that is not a good team. TPing such a close distance and in a very tough situation to TP, or like a bad place to like TP, and now you don't have the TP to go anywhere else.
Big play. Yeah.
Right? You don't got anywhere else to go anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember my exact thought process. I would imagine it's something along the lines of, I'm just going to keep playing this top side of the map because no one's actually come here yet, and I've got my haunt, so... And now there's stuff going on in mid, but...
Right.
It feels like a pretty straightforward gank.
Yeah, so I would, again, same thing, like, I would not TP such short distances. I would just walk there and save my TP for when you dagger and you TP out when you're in danger. And here you haunt, you see a sniper, do you go onto a sniper? That you should most definitely go on that sniper. That would have been sick go. Oh, you actually went bottom. Okay. Oh, you were trying to save
yeah, my buddy was in trouble. I was trying to help him out, but...
Yeah, but there, if you actually ulted, you went on that sniper, it would have been huge, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, you would have definitely killed him. So, these is the situations in the game where, as a Spectre, you need to think how you can impact team fights. Right? Like as a Spectre, even before Radiance, you're not weak. You can just haunt in, you can dagger a sniper, and he's gonna be a slow moving piece of shit. You're just gonna kill him, like with your team. Right? So it's okay for in these kind of games to tell your team, hey guys, you guys want to play aggressive? I have haunt up. Like just gentle reminder to them that you have haunt up. And then they will like already in their mind start thinking, oh guys, we can go here or we can go here. We can be 5 heroes while their AM is farming. Because in this game, like when you play against AM, you want your team to play aggressive and you want to be haunting into like every fight and just like try to pick off people one by one.
Yeah.
Because AM isn't going to.
No, I need to be looking mid as well. You know, I was just looking at my Oracle being he was probably
because he's telling you right. Oh, this AM's going on.
I'm like, oh god, I'm coming, buddy. Don't worry. Right. And then like, yeah, I'm not looking at everything else which is going on. Yeah.
Exactly. So next time, like definitely. Especially when you play heroes like Spectre, you gotta let your teammates know you got haunt up, so they're playing more aggressively and try to like go into those fights. Because as soon as you kill one, I'm sure you're gonna be daggering a second hero that your team couldn't kill without you there, and that will like amplify the tempo of your team, keep down the enemy, and also still net you some farm. Yeah, so you got pretty good farm as of right now. You probably have like maybe 5-6 more net worth if you or like. Not net worth, but you would have like more glasses if you were like obviously pushing top out and farming the big camp here like earlier in the game and things like that. But still, like you got pretty decent farm here. You're gonna have a radiance at a good timing as well. But you know your team is kind of suffering a little bit at the moment because this AM is going crazy. I like that you go here, you do the ancients. It's very good. And again, like I just want to mention again, like the TP top. Why it's bad is because you went top and you didn't go bottom and you're keeping this lane push out, that's why your buddy actually died.
Yeah.
Right? Because nobody was pushing this bottom lane, so your buddy was there. Right? But what if you were the one here pushing this lane now? You think this AM is gonna come for you? Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
And also now you give an opening for your team to rotate from the mid lane, come bottom, and take this tier 1 tower bottom, and get some more tempo as well. So your defensive TP here, you know, it's like multiple reasons why it did not work out well for your team.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But it's okay. It's all learning process, obviously. And as a carry, like it's really nice to like go bottom and farm there, especially when the enemy feel uncomfortable. And if people do start coming bottom, you can always call your team to like come and collapse on the tower bottom, so you guys can get a lot of kills. And obviously, playing as AM, you want to fight as 5 early in the game while he's still farming.
Yeah.
I got
Vampire
your
Fangs
radius.
or Dragon Scale?
Sorry, what's better?
Would you? Yeah, which would you have preferred?
Vampire Fangs or Dragon Scale? I think once you get Radiance, you want Vampire Fangs.
Yeah.
Because it will heal you up a lot with the Radiance. That's gonna be nice. So now you got Radiance. Your Haunt is still cooldown for 80 seconds. What are your thoughts?
Time to jungle, boys! Need to put that Radiance to work. I don't know, I think I come to this fight though, because,
Okay.
you know, if I can come to a fight without spending too much of my resources, then that's always nice, obviously, but yeah, that one wasn't really a fight so much as a slaughtering.
Right. That makes sense. It's perfectly fine for you to enter fights when you have Radiance. Like, you don't need Haunt to fight, right? Especially if you're lingering in the sides of the fight. This Earthshaker was actually pushing out top to farm his Blink, so unfortunately you guys couldn't actually take that engagement. But yeah, I mean, the right thing to do is definitely just farm up while your team is not doing anything. But again, I feel like, you know, your job is definitely to like get this bottom lane pushed out so you guys can threaten this tier 1 tower. I feel this game keeps coming back to this bottom lane. It just
really
sort of feels like there's no pressure being applied by you as a carry. You farmed a lot, but you need to, as a carry, it's important to farm in a position where the enemy is still, like, you're still doing something to them, not just like raw creeps.
Yeah.
Because if this lane was pushed, even if the creeps are the ones going here to this tower, even if you get someone to TP to this tower, it's a huge win for you. Because that means whoever TP to this tower to defend that, while you go back and farm the jungle camps, cannot join the fight in the mid or the top area of the map anymore.
Yeah.
Alright, so fight breakout, you have Haunt for 13 seconds. And I would definitely recommend you keep buying like clarities. So like, even though you do have a soaring, like you can still buy some clarities, but just so that you can keep daggering more camps and farming faster and moving around the jungle camps.
Because I'm always saying like I'm not using my soul ring and my dagger because I'm trying to keep enough gold for enough mana for Haunt and dagger if need be.
Exactly.
Yeah. At this point, I'm kind of like, oh wait, I've got 21. So
right, exactly. Exactly. So it's much better for you to just get freaking clarity, so you don't have to think about those. Because what the most important thing is not about like keeping your mana or gold or whatever. It's more about getting more experience so you can farm faster. So here you're probably watching the mid engagement. I see that you see a good go onto the sniper. Perfect. Too bad the Wind Ranger died. Now you haunt in even deeper. You're getting ulted by the Crystal Maiden, and oh, you're almost dead. Power treads need to be on strength.
Yeah.
And it's actually very important as a Spectre that you leave your power treads on strength every time you haunt in.
Okay.
That's 200 HP, and that's 200 HP that Dispersion will also work off on. If you died it, that would have been a disaster. And you would have blamed your power treads. So that was a good fight. Like, you guys went in, you got a really good fight with your Radiance. I just want to mention, like, when you're playing games like this, you need to command your team because you're the highest net worth hero and you understand the strength of your hero, right? Like, you need to command your team. You need to tell them, hey guys, I have Radiance, I have a Haunt up. I need you guys to smoke up and engage on the enemy. And in those fights...
I was saying that for sure. Like,
okay,
I was saying,
they're
guys,
perfect.
players 4, player 4. Yeah.
Exactly.
If you listen to my voice comms in any Spectre game, my 90% of it is spent telling my team to play as 4 and I've got Haunt, but sometimes that doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's good.
I was also telling them to invade the bottom jungle a lot, but that wasn't so easy because they had it really well warded because they were trying to protect their AM.
Right. And it seems like this game, like,
if
you're
I'm
just
pushing out that bottom lane, they're gonna come and like invade that area anyway, right?
Bottom lane, if you push it out?
if I'm pushing there, my team is
Right.
probably more likely to go in and invade that jungle because there's
Exactly, because
more
they want
vision on
to.
the map. They know I'm
Exactly.
there.
They because they see you bottom. They want to. Normally, what happens is when a carry is farming somewhere, right? Especially in the mid game, your team gravitates towards you because they know that you're the strongest hero and they want to fight near you,
Yeah.
right? So
Oh yeah, my
that's
friend just
what
raised a good point. Is that there was never any smokes in stock this game either.
Oh really?
We
I have no idea. If someone else did.
somebody I don't know who it was, but somebody was just I think it was Shaker, but
Okay.
yeah, someone was just spam buying the
Right.
smokes for some reason.
I mean,
Don't
you
really
can
know
just buy
why.
one early, hold on to it,
Whatever,
whatever
whatever.
works. Like,
Yeah,
it's all
sure,
good.
sure.
This is probably the biggest point I'm gonna mention again and again and again. It's like, because of this, like all your fights keep gravitating towards a mid lane, and it feels like you guys are always overextending into the enemy, because like you don't have a second lane that's constantly being pushed out.
Yeah.
If you see professional Dota, like you see like teams, they never always stay in one lane and jungle. They would always try to keep control of two lanes no matter what, and that's how you get ahead in the game.
Okay, and should those lanes be the two side lanes and just ignore mid, or does that
No.
depend on how the
It
game-
should be like mid lane and one of the side lanes. It should never be two side lanes.
Okay.
It should
Right.
never ever be two side lanes. It should be like
Yeah. Okay.
mid lane and you choose one of the side lanes and you need one of those two side lanes
You
to
can
be
just walk
pushed
them,
out.
yeah.
And you guys and your team is like playing in between those two lanes. So say you got mid lane pushed out and you got bottom lane pushed out, then your team will be playing somewhere in this jungle area. If your goal is top lane, then you got mid lane pushed out, you got top lane pushed out, and your team will be playing somewhere in this jungle area. So they're ready to like connect to one another wherever the engagement may be.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Okay.
gotcha.
So this game, like again and again, I'm gonna say this. All you have to do, in my opinion, is go mid bottom and push this lane out, and like get these creeps to start spanking on this tower bottom, getting the enemy to rotate here with some TPs. And if they rotate here on your TP, your team is just gonna casually walk through the jungle, go behind this tower, and kill that guy who TP'd there who can't escape anymore.
Yeah.
It's like Underlord or Snapfire or CM. And what's gonna happen is when you go on this guy here, when you collapse on this area, they're gonna start TPing in one by one, and they're gonna start dying to your vision bottom. And the fact that you have like so many different points of attacks, and the enemy don't.
Yeah.
So this game just feels kind of like you've been stuck in your jungle, like back and forth here, and your team is like kind of stuck in the mid area, and the anti-mage essentially has freedom over all this jungle and all these waves.
Yeah.
He can go to wherever he wants to. So you got taunt in 13 seconds, and the Wind Ranger getting gone on. She's probably dead here. Assume anti-mage jumps the Oracle. And yeah, she's dead. And your haunt is not quite yet up, and you will die here. And this is the first like big team fight that you guys lost, right? Like this is like pretty much the one team fight you guys lost, and you guys are probably getting a little bit demotivated after all this happened. And again, like everything comes down to just not having one of the silence pushed out, and your team just constantly sitting on mid waiting for a brawl to start out.
Yeah, I believe there were some choice words said by our Wind Ranger in regards to the Shaker not being involved there, but I don't know. It's not really much.
I mean, I'll check out what the Airshaker is doing, but generally, like all these moves look like very big overextensions from my point of view.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like all these moves is just like.
I mean, I didn't think he did anything particularly wrong, but
yeah.
Thank you.
So the Airshaker doesn't have mana and doesn't have Echo Slam when he got gone on. So there was actually really nothing that he could have really done in this fight.
Yeah.
Like there was actually just nothing he could have done.
They who live by the wand shall die by my blade.
Especially since you're fighting in daytime and they probably have vision here too. Like it's just a disaster.
Yeah.
To be fair. And
He's
like I
still
said,
looking for it, cheeky boy.
so I mean, I'm just gonna explain this really quick. Like the reason why people open up the map is because you want to have different areas of the map where you can fight in and multiple options. So that's pretty much the main reason, like why people open up the map. When they say this term, like opening up the map, you know. And also like places where you can farm. Because like again, because your team never took the tier 1 top or the tier 1 bottom when you guys are strong, like with your Radiance, like there's no reason to stay mid. It's just tier 1 tower is already dead. There's no objectives here, right? So with this Radiance and with your team being strong and up in kills, like you guys, obviously your goal should have been to move to the next objective on the map, which is either tier 1 bottom or tier 1 top, whichever is easier for you to take. And every time you go for these objectives, the enemy is like always risking the chance of messing up because they're fighting into a stronger team and they need to make a decision. Every time you make the enemy make a decision, you're giving yourself a chance to, you know, build an advantage. Because, you know, most of the time in this MMR bracket, they're gonna fail. They're gonna make the wrong decision as long as you're the aggressors. So be the aggressor. Like, I guess that's the biggest point. It's like, be the aggressor when you're ahead in the game.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower has
And
fallen.
things are starting to look a bit bad because now you revive. Wait, what did you do again? You just went top lane after you revived. So the enemy took your mid tower. Things are feeling bad. Let's see if there's any chance for you to come back. So you actually TP top here while the enemy is bottom. So you have Haunt, right? That's your thought process.
Yeah,
You just
yeah,
want to
cool.
keep farming. Okay, that's good. You just want to get your Manta going. Push out the top lane. Okay, and then here comes a fight. Let's take a look at what you were looking at. What were you looking at here? Just the hook shot, I guess?
Don't know. To be honest,
Okay.
maybe. Yeah, probably watching this fight develop, seeing where I could come in. I do come in on the back lines to try and fuck with the supports.
Uh-huh. So
There's a dude there. I don't
that's
care
good.
about his life.
Yeah, that's good. That's good if you thinking is talking about how like, oh, sniper's bottom too, right? Or sorry, top. So this fight's like
Top,
4
yeah.
versus 5, right? So
Yeah.
when in these games, when you're playing Spectre, is there anything particular you're thinking about haunting? Like, do you think like who you're gonna haunt, or are you just waiting for your team to engage on someone?
So it depends, like, obviously which heroes are in the game. I always feel like if you've got Radiance, you want that Radiance to be working on any illusion heroes. So I do like to try and be in range, but I think the biggest priority for me is generally just plonking myself in the middle of the team fight and trying to absorb what I can. But at the same time, for this one, in the last fight, the supports got so much work done that I just felt like I wanted to try and fuck them as much as possible
Okay.
in this fight, right? So
Okay.
and also, you know, these two, when I haunted, I remember specifically thinking that these two were in a great position to just
Right.
do what they wanted in this fight, and if I try and like mess with them as much as possible, it should be fine.
Exactly. That's amazing, right? Like you're thinking
That's
about
good. Alright,
who you're
cool.
haunting is like very good. Like you need to always think about that. Like, especially
Yeah,
when you're
like,
playing
it's
Spectre
not
or
decisions,
carries.
but, you know.
Especially when you're playing carries in general, you need to think who's the target that you can kill with or pressure using the lowest amount of resources, but have the highest amount of impact in the fight.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Cool. Alright,
supports is
yeah.
perfect. Another hero in this game, I would also say sniper. If the sniper was in this fight, I would actually recommend you do jump the sniper or think about jumping the sniper. Like if I'm Spectre in this game when I'm haunting, the first person I'm looking at when I'm haunting is actually looking for sniper, because you're the perfect hero to pressure the sniper. Right? He can't escape from you.
Okay.
And when you get on top of him, he can't fight you back either. And he's a position 2 in this game.
Yeah.
He's got almost the same net worth as you have. So if you solo kill him, you're gonna get a lot. And it's easy
Yeah.
to solo. It's actually just as easy to kill him as it is to kill this Crystal Maiden.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's the lowest amount of resources used, but highest amount of impact in the team fight. By pressuring this position 2 sniper who's like, yeah. So another
so what
hero.
if, say this anti-mage was a PL, for example. What,
Right.
Would you still want me to go on those supports, or would you want me to just kind of plonk into the PL and just throw daggers at him?
I think if you plonk, it depends on the other heroes, but in this kind of game, I would still think you should go for the sniper. But obviously, if the sniper's in the team fight,
Yeah.
right? If the sniper's in
Yeah,
the team
yeah,
fight, you go for him. Because he's
I mean,
far
it's
more
the exact
important.
same situation. Say it's this exact same situation, but there's
Right.
no anti-mage, there's a PL instead. Do you
Yeah.
still think I should be going on the snap
Crystal
and
Maiden? Yes.
CN?
You should go on the
Yeah,
Crystal Maiden.
okay.
Because your illusion will already apply the Radiance buff onto the PL.
True. Very true.
Right? So you don't need to worry about that.
Mhm.
So in these haunts, what you're trying to think is like, how can you kill someone? Or how can you pressure someone? Right?
Yep.
Sniper would be just as easy to kill, but CM, because she's in the fight, you go for her. Perfect. You just want to get someone out of this fight so you can chase the other heroes one by one. So just kill whoever's the easiest to kill. Now, you could have also jumped on this Underlord to guarantee the kill on him too if you wanted to. But if he was like low enough,
Yeah.
right? But because he's not low
Yeah,
enough,
we
and
got that
it's
super
good.
high DPS wind who wasn't really doing much else, but
Right. Alright, let's watch the
also
fight.
extremely
How this
happy.
happens. So they kill the Underlord. Great. You go for the Crystal Maiden. Great. Your team is actually going for the AM. I think that's probably not the best move. They should have probably helped you out a little bit and kill the supports here.
Consider thyself
yeah, and
purified.
I'm like, oh crap.
But all
I'm not
good.
doing well with this
So
AM,
here,
I'll
like-
try and help.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, you know, at this point, I stopped going on the sports because I realized they're having trouble, and I want to go and help my team. I don't want them to let them just feed the AM.
Yeah, so here, after the Underlord dies and you're jumping on a support and you see the AM under your vision, you need to listen to your team, what they're saying, right? If they like saying like AM's back here, and he was kind of isolated, if you do dagger him and the Earthshaker echo slams him, I think he will die.
Okay.
Right? Because you got the vision of him.
Yeah.
So AM blinks in, he's going for your Oracle, right? And Oracle has false promise. He gets stunned here. If you turn around here and you start going for him, and you use your dagger on him, like he might actually just die. This guy's got Daedalus as well. Because you've already zoned these two guys out, and these two guys start chasing you, they're gonna get burned by Radiance, and they will die naturally, right? They're gonna try and come and help
the correct thought process, but just need to be a little bit quicker on like the realizing what my team's doing, trying to react to that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Because the reason why they were able to jump back is because you chased the supports too long, where the AM was the one who's like so deep in your team, and he's like super out of position, right?
Yeah. Okay.
He's like super out of position. Just help your team, play with your team there, and instead of like just chasing the supports by yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
Because like initial play you made was amazing, because you made the CM and the Snapfire run away from you, right? Run away from the team fight. Now naturally you just need to go back and like get that big key kill, because they're like glimmering each other. They have like Guardian Greaves. You're not gonna get them, you know. You're just not gonna get them if they already like did that after you pressured them and got them out of the team. So now you got Manta, pretty decent timing, and again, you see your problem, right?
Yeah, I'm with my team. We got two tier 1s on full HP. Yeah.
Exactly. So as a carry, you like, it's really important. Like you gotta be the one like leading some of these objectives, right? Nobody else on your team is gonna take these objectives, or like be in a position to do it. So doesn't matter if you're playing AM, doesn't matter if you're playing Phantom Lancer, especially if you're playing AM and Phantom Lancer. You really want like these towers to be gone, so you can like sit here and invade in a more aggressive position and make your enemy walk up into your high ground where their wards are, and then you kill them.
Yeah.
So like these tier 1 towers being up until like 28 minutes in the game is probably like the biggest flaw for you and your team.
Yeah, okay. But at this point in the game, we've just wiped them, and I'm always like, every time we've wiped a team, like I've had so much experience of trying to push a side lane and then getting killed out because they will just TP to that lane I'm in, and I get wrecked.
Yeah, but you just gotta get your team to back you up and be like, hey guys, let's go take the tier 1 bottom together, right?
Yeah.
You just gotta make that call, and then hopefully your supports or your Manta illusions are like going behind the towers and like seeing where they are. Now, tier 1 towers like at this point is just like, it's just not a thing, right? Like to be alive. Just like normally what happens is like this tower should be dead just from like creep waves running in here, even if you're fighting around middle. But the problem is nobody's actually pushing this bottom lane out ever. So that's why this tower actually has full health.
Yeah.
And now they're doing Roshan. You can't help but stick around here. You're thinking about your haunt, what to do with it. Yeah, definitely dagger the AM so you can have vision of him wherever he may be. Oh god, and now your Wind Ranger will die. Because you know, Wind Ranger, this is a Wind Ranger thing, so she can't really do anything, and now you are forced to use your haunt. Feels bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then your team, oh my god, the Shaker blink got cancelled, and you didn't even haunt in, because you know it was a bad fight. You already knew it was a bad fight the moment Wind Ranger died. So there was no real reason to also haunt, right, after she died. Or she sees that she died.
If I thought we were like, Shaker's gonna do it. Shaker's gonna go. Like,
yeah,
I want to haunt
believe.
and then give me vision, and then just like go with him. Like I'm not sure if. I definitely didn't expect him to mess up the start. I was ready to commit to that fight, even though the wind was dead. But I was, whenever we've already lost one hero, when they found an opening kill, if we can't then find a return kill onto a core like that sniper, then I'm probably not going to commit either. But I still want the option to do that. But yeah, I mean, hold the horn until the slam's already come off, is what you're saying. He doesn't need the vision.
So look at 30 minutes. This is the first time he actually went bottom for the first time and pushed a lane out. And look at this tower just dying to casual creeps, right? Like, imagine you did this like 2 or 3 times at like, let's say 12 minutes in the game. This tower would be dead, just from creeps alone, applying pressure to it, right?
Dang, that's Snapfire.
Yeah, exactly. Like this, all you did was like kill 2 creep waves.
Look at Snapfire's model, dude.
Oh yeah.
What's going on there?
Yeah, I just wanted to like
Replays.
emphasize the
There you go.
like how easy it is for it to die just from creeps. And that what you did there earlier is what you want to be doing like earlier in the game for sure.
Yeah.
And
okay,
I think that would
Before
naturally
fucking
give so many more plays for your team.
Dire's top tower
Naila's
is under
winning just
attack.
playing pretty good. Like she's a glass cannon, unfortunately. So, when you have glass cannon heroes like this, but you know like she does a lot of damage, you need to think in the game that you need to be the one to
Dire's
like
top
open team
tower
fights.
has fallen.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so you don't want her to open the team fight. You want to be the one to open the team fight so that she can follow up to you instead of you following up to her.
Yeah. That's definitely not the way I'm used to playing Spectre though, because usually I'm just want other people to start fights and then me haunt in from somewhere else.
Right. I mean, you can also have Clockwork start a fight. That's fine. But when Clockwork starts a fight,
Yeah.
you need to be the secondary person to go in, so the Wind Ranger
so
isn't
you-
getting focused by AM.
Mhm.
Right. So like every time she's died as of right now, it's because like she just gets jumped by AM and like nobody can help her, or like nobody opened a fight for her, so she doesn't see like everybody in the team fights.
Yeah.
Other heroes like that is like Lina, you know, or like Queen of Pain.
Dire's bottom
Heroes like
tower
that.
is under attack.
It's good to open fights for these kind of heroes, because you are kind of like a tank, right, as a Spectre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
just
want to
wanna
be
go
hit.
back up. See what you were doing. So you're mid lane again. You go bottom again. Now you're kind of just lingering around.
Is under
You guys got someone killed. So this is like the
I'm
situations
pretty-
where you
yeah.
want to smoke. Like when one of the heroes is dead, that's the time you want to smoke after them. Get another kill.
Yeah,
Keep chaining
sure.
kills. One after that. You got to smoke on your Oracle. So you definitely perfect time for you guys.
Finally
to
got
smoke.
one. Woo!
Yeah, I mean you got another smoke on Shaker too. You guys got 2 smokes, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or something, or 1, I don't know. But yeah, anyway, like that time is the time for you guys to smoke up. Like you gotta tell your team, yo, hey, DM's dead, or Snapfire was even dead earlier. Smoke, go now. And then you find Underlord, you haunt in, kill Underlord. Maybe a sniper comes to help, or you jump on the sniper, something like that. You know, just
Okay.
keep chaining kills one after the other. Eventually, AM will
Yeah.
fuck up, right? But like coming into a bad fight. But because you guys didn't go aggressively when 2 heroes on the enemy side was dead, now you're just like kind of letting them be the aggressors and come into you.
Yeah.
AM jumped to Oracle, he jumped back out. I feel like Shaker, no, he has Aegis, right, on the AM, so he can't really go in.
Yeah.
You have no mana, so you need to focus on like getting your mana up again so you can haunt in. I like how you defend the tower, which is very nice.
Bonk.
Sitting in front. Fortunately, you don't have mana. You should definitely turn around and hit that guy, by the way. He's like way out of position there. You don't need to run away when like they're running into you. And you also have buyback haunt, right? So if ever there's a situation for you to win a fight, that could be it too.
Okay. Okay. Utilize buyback haunt.
Yeah, that one is huge. Like buyback haunts are very big in like coming back into
Dire's
games.
middle tower is under
Thy
attack.
life's weight
Literally
in
how
my pay.
OG Anna won TI8, always using buyback haunts.
True.
Dire's structures
This annual purchase is so sick by my friend the Oracle.
Here we go, you guys get a nice engagement. Now you get the haunt. So who did you jump? You go on the Spectre. Perfect, right? Like look at the Spectre. Like every time you get him, oh, you don't got a dagger on him though. You dagger somebody else. So
No,
next
I
time you
daggered
dagger.
I daggered with snap.
Yeah, exactly. So next time you jump on this guy on top of him, you dagger him, he's dead every time, right? And that's a position 2 die.
Okay.
So that's how like you like look at this AM. He feels terrible when he's the only one left alive. Like he actually can't do much if he's the only one left alive. You guys just had to like kill the right targets first.
Illusion.
Yeah.
Every coin helps.
And again, like there, you guys like just keep going back into farming. It just feels like because you're Spectre, you're not making aggressive moves, you know?
Yeah.
Because you feel like you're the Spectre. You feel like you just need to get that one team fight and then go from there. But in reality, like even if you are Spectre, you still gotta make some aggressive.
Yeah.
And it's good for you to keep staying in front of the tower. Because this guy keeps jumping your supports. Dude, that guy's crazy. He doesn't even have he doesn't even have Aegis. He just jumps your AM, right? I mean, your Shaker? If the Shaker had mana and echoed him, he would die. But he doesn't have mana, unfortunately, because he got all his mana drained. But it's really nice. Now you guys got taunt ready, so here if you had vision somehow, it would be really good too. I assume your mango tree died already. Yeah, And mangoes, so I just focusing you down. Do you have buyback?
I
You
deliver
don't have buyback.
unto
So you guys kill the CM. You get out. All good. See, you did a good job. You just stay in front of the tower, make sure they can't kill you. Sorry, they can't kill your tower, and all of a sudden your team can do so much in the fights, right? Like that's a fight where they jump you, and like you're the one opening vision actually in that team fight. Oh god, they go on your Wind Ranger. You should definitely hit Haunt here, by the way, and jump the sniper. I think that would have been really good, especially while they're jumping Wind Ranger, because that way they will start running away in case she doesn't live. You know what I mean? But she got saved by the Oracle last second.
But if she dies, then they just turn around and kill me as well, or am I just too tanky at this
I
point?
think you're fine. You're too tanky, I believe, because the AM already uses Manta split on the Wind Ranger, right? Can't burn your mana either. And your team can follow up. Like your team is playing off you and your Haunt now, because you're the strongest hero. If you don't do something, they won't do anything either.
Nice trap with flair.
Like, that's just how carries work. Like carries have to do something in order for your team to do something. Like later. And now you get jumped in the back. You got the Crystal Main release, but unfortunately, it's probably not enough.
No, I'd win dead without buyback is
Yeah. Let's just stop right here. I think that's probably enough already for this replay. So what what I want to mention is like, you see this AM? You saw how like he kept jumping into your base and like going on the support? Like he did that like 2-3 times, right?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like the mentality that you're looking for. Like you're looking for this mentality of like you using your net worth to like pressure the enemy. And him jumping the support is very similar to like how when a fight breaks out, like let's say like you tell your Clockwork, hey Clockwork, hook someone, right? As soon as he hooks someone, it's time for you to use ult and not even wait for the Wind Ranger. You just like use your ult and just jump the guy that you know you can kill or pressure the fight, like the sniper for example. And that would mean the AM can't be the first one initiating all the time and doing something.
Yeah, so we have to take the initiative and put the pressure on them in the fights.
Exactly.
With like horn hook shot and stuff like that, just to try and get on top of that sniper and isolate the back lanes. Okay.
And that's pretty much it. I mean, like laning is like you guys need to pull, right? Like you have to tell your support to pull. Like you push lane out, you always have to tell your support to pull because you want the creep wave like in front of your tower, so you can just get that extra armor HP bonus and farm and deny creeps. But also you want all the solo XP if possible. So you're high level as a carry. Then secondly is like we talked about farming, you know, daggering multiple camps and using your dagger to like move between the camps faster. That will definitely improve your farming speed. And also try to focus like after you get your key items, like try to get more like camps killed if possible, because that's gonna amplify your movements, your experience. And if you're running low on resources, bring out flask, bring out clarities. So you can stay in the jungle longer if need be, or in lanes longer, because the longer you stay in lanes, the more experience you get, the faster you farm later, and your gold is going to be like less important at that point. Like 2 flask or 2 clarities is not going to change much. But it will give you a lot of XP.
So I'm just looking at my notes, and the only one I want to really revisit is power treads on strength when I haunt in. Is that just like a rule respect? Like every single time you haunt in, you should have those power treads on strength.
Yes.
Okay.
Like if you haunt in with int treads, right? So you haunt in, then you like dagger someone, then you just go on power tread, like strength treads, unless like you've already won the fight. If you won the fight, then you can go agi treads and chase them down, whatever you want, right? Or int treads to like cast a spell. But if you're haunting into the middle of the fight, just stay on strength treads. It's actually like very important. Staying on strength treads. And this is also the kind of game where like Magic Wand is super good for you. I don't know if you had it earlier, did you? Oh yeah, you did. Right, you did. Sorry, I don't mind.
Okay,
You had it earlier. You just
I would have hoped that.
Yeah, you had one. Okay, you had it. I forgot about that. Like I would what I want to say is like I would sell the Wraith Band before I sell Magic Wand. Right.
Alright, cool. Yeah.
Like Wraith Band is like compared to Magic Wand, like how much HP that you're gaining and how much dispersion damage you're dealing and radiance and stuff, right? And how much tank you're getting is like pretty big. And and let's not forget like silence. Get these lanes pushed out, right?
Yeah, like, that's my number one note.
That's your number one for sure. Get these silence pushed out. Get the at least when you push out the side lanes, you don't need to go and hit the tower yourself. At least get your creeps to hit the tower so the enemy has to react.
Okay.
Okay, get these lanes pushed out. That's like the number one reason why you guys really couldn't apply any pressure onto the enemy.
And if I feel unsafe doing that, is it best just like just grab an observer, plonk it down next to the like near the tower,
Sure.
make sure that
Exactly.
I'm safe when I'm doing it, and then yeah.
Yeah, why not? Or just push a lane out up here, and then the creeps
Or
will
take my
naturally go into the tower anyway, and then go back into your jungle. Then when the creeps come again, go back down there and push it again. Right? This is like RTZ carry 101. From the time that he started playing this game, like he always pushes lane out until the creeps start hitting the tower. Then he goes into the jungle. Then he waits until someone reacts. If no one reacts, he might go there and hit the tower a few times. Someone reacts, he'll run away right away. It's like you gotta teabag your opponent and make them like come out. You know what I mean? Like make them leave their
easily.
part of the map where they're very happy farming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Neat.
I think that's
All right.
a lot for you to pick up and adjust in your next gameplay. Hopefully, you and Jake English will have a wonderful laning experience. All good.
All right. Hopefully, we can cast together again soon. More opportunities arrive. That would be enjoyable.
sure.
But until then, I shall say goodbye. And anything else you want to do, or anything that you think of doing with me again, just let me know. I'm always down.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're gonna add this on YouTube, so hopefully other players can also learn.